How to create a sense of fear in your movies. Creating a sense of fear in movies is an art form that requires skillful storytelling, cinematography, and sound design. To create a truly frightening experience for the audience, filmmakers must understand the psychology of fear and use it to their advantage. In this article, we will explore some techniques for creating a sense of fear in your films. Build tension gradually. One of the most effective ways to create fear in your films is to build tension gradually. Start with quiet, subtle moments and gradually increase the intensity over time. This will create a sense of unease in the audience and make them more receptive to scares when they finally arrive. Use sound design to your advantage. Sound design is a powerful tool for creating a sense of fear in movies. Use eerie sound effects, unsettling music, and sudden loud noises to startle the audience and create a sense of unease. Experiment with different sound effects to find the ones that work best for your story. Play with light and shadow. The use of light and shadow can be an effective way to create a sense of fear in your movies. Use low lighting, shadows, and silhouettes to create a sense of foreboding and to obscure the audience's view of what's happening on screen. Create a sense of isolation. Isolation is a common theme in horror movies because it creates a sense of vulnerability and helplessness in the audience. Use settings like deserted streets, abandoned buildings, or isolated cabins to create a sense of isolation and make the audience feel like they are alone with the characters. Use jump scares sparingly. Jump scares are a common technique in horror movies, but they should be used sparingly. Too many jump scares can actually desensitize the audience and make them less receptive to scares later on. Use jump scares strategically to create maximum impact. Create relatable characters. Creating relatable characters is important in any movie, but it's especially important in horror movies. When the audience cares about the characters, they become more invested in the story and more susceptible to fear. Make sure your characters are relatable and likable, even if they're flawed. Use gore judiciously. Gore can be an effective way to create fear in movies, but it should be used judiciously. Too much gore can actually distract from the story and make the audience feel sick rather than scared. Use gore sparingly and strategically to create maximum impact. Use unexpected twists. Unexpected twists can be an effective way to create fear in your movies. Use them to subvert the audience's expectations and create a sense of unpredictability. Make sure the twists are logical and make sense within the context of the story. Use the power of suggestion. Sometimes the scariest things are the ones that are left to the audience's imagination. Use the power of suggestion to create fear in your movies. Show just enough to create a sense of unease, but leave the rest to the audience's imagination. Create a sense of dread. Creating a sense of dread is essential for effective horror movies. Use foreshadowing, symbolism, and other techniques to create a sense of impending doom. Make the audience feel like something terrible is about to happen, even if they're not sure what it is. In conclusion, creating a sense of fear in movies is a complex process that requires skill, creativity, and an understanding of human psychology. By using these techniques, you can create a truly frightening experience for your audience and leave them on the edge of their seats. Remember to build tension gradually, use sound design to your advantage, play with light and shadow, create a sense of isolation, use jump scares sparingly, create relatable characters. Use gore judiciously, use unexpected twists, use the power of suggestion, and create a sense of dread. With these tools at your disposal, you can create horror movies that will stay with your audience long after the credits roll. Creating a sense of fear in movies is an art form that requires skillful storytelling, cinematography, and sound design. To create a truly frightening experience for the audience, filmmakers must understand the psychology of fear and use it to their advantage. In this article, we will explore some additional techniques for creating a sense of fear in your films. Use the unexpected. One of the most effective ways to create fear in movies is to use the unexpected. Take the audience by surprise and subvert their expectations. Use unexpected plot twists, sudden appearances of characters or objects, or sudden changes in mood or tone to create a sense of fear and unease. Create a sense of claustrophobia. Claustrophobia is a common fear that is often used in horror movies. Use small or enclosed spaces, such as elevators, tight corridors, or small rooms, to create a sense of claustrophobia and make the audience feel trapped. Use silence. Silence can be a powerful tool for creating fear in movies. Use moments of silence to build tension and create a sense of unease in the audience. When the audience is expecting a scare, use silence to amplify the impact of the scare when it finally arrives. Create a sense of urgency. Creating a sense of urgency is important for creating fear in movies. Use time limits, ticking clocks, or other devices to create a sense of urgency and make the audience feel like time is running out. This can create a sense of tension and pressure that can be used to build fear. Use the power of suggestion. The power of suggestion can be a powerful tool for creating fear in movies. Use subtle hints or suggestions to create a sense of dread or unease in the audience. This can be more effective than showing everything on screen and can leave a lasting impression on the audience. Play with the senses. Playing with the senses can be an effective way to create fear in movies. Use darkness, fog, or other visual effects to obscure the audience's view and create a sense of unease. Use smells, such as the smell of decay or rotting flesh, to create a sense of disgust and fear. Use psychological horror. Psychological horror is a type of horror that focuses on the internal struggles of the characters and their perceptions of reality. Use psychological horror to create a sense of unease and uncertainty in the audience. This can be more effective than relying solely on external scares. Cinematography techniques to create films about cultural and traditional themes. Filming cultural and traditional topics can be a fascinating and rewarding experience for filmmakers. It allows them to capture the beauty and diversity of different cultures and traditions, and to share these stories with a wider audience. However, filming cultural and traditional topics requires a unique set of skills and techniques. In this article, we will discuss 10 techniques for filming cultural and traditional topics. Research. Before filming, it is important to do thorough research on the culture or tradition you will be capturing. This can include learning about the history, customs, and beliefs of the culture or tradition, as well as identifying key locations and events. Plan. Once you have done your research, it is important to plan your shots and scenes carefully. Think about the types of shots and angles you will need to capture the essence of the culture or tradition, and plan your shooting schedule accordingly. Lighting. Lighting is an important aspect of filming cultural and traditional topics. Natural lighting can be used to highlight the beauty of the landscape or architecture, while artificial lighting can be used to create a dramatic effect. Sound. Sound is another important aspect of filming cultural and traditional topics. Consider using natural sounds, such as music or ambient noise, to help create a sense of place and mood. Camera movement. Camera movement can be used to create a sense of motion and energy in your shots. Consider using a Steadicam or drone to capture sweeping shots of the landscape or architecture. Interviews. Interviews can be a powerful way to capture the personal stories and experiences of the people within the culture or tradition. Consider interviewing locals or experts to add depth and context to your film. B-roll. B-roll footage can be used to add variety and interest to your film. Consider capturing footage of the local wildlife, food, or art to help tell the story of the culture or tradition. Editing. Editing is an important part of the filmmaking process and can be used to create a cohesive and engaging film. Consider using music, sound effects, and transitions to create a professional and polished final product. Color grading. Color grading can be used to enhance the mood and atmosphere of your film. Consider using warm colors to create a sense of nostalgia or cool colors to create a sense of detachment. Respect. Finally, it is important to approach filming cultural and traditional topics with respect and sensitivity. Always ask permission before filming, and be mindful of local customs and beliefs. In conclusion, filming cultural and traditional topics requires a unique set of skills and techniques. By doing thorough research, planning your shots and scenes carefully, using lighting and sound effectively, incorporating camera movement and interviews, capturing B-roll footage, editing, and color grading skillfully, and approaching the subject matter with respect and sensitivity, you can create a powerful and engaging film that captures the beauty and diversity of different cultures and traditions. Remember that filming cultural and traditional topics is an ongoing process, and it requires the commitment and effort of all involved. With the right approach, however, it can be a rewarding and fulfilling experience for filmmakers and audiences alike. Filming cultural and traditional topics can be a fascinating and rewarding experience for filmmakers. It allows them to capture the beauty and diversity of different cultures and traditions, and to share these stories with a wider audience. However, filming cultural and traditional topics requires a unique set of skills and techniques. In this article, we will discuss 10 additional techniques for filming cultural and traditional topics. Composition. Composition is an important aspect of filming cultural and traditional topics. Consider framing your shots carefully to highlight the most important elements of the scene, such as architecture or cultural artifacts. Movement. Movement can be used to create a sense of energy and motion in your shots. Consider using tracking shots or panning shots to capture movement within the scene. Time-lapse. Time-lapse photography can be used to capture the passage of time and the changing of the seasons. This can be especially effective when filming natural landscapes or cultural events. Slow motion. Slow motion footage can be used to capture the details and nuances of a scene. This can be especially effective when filming cultural performances or traditional crafts. Drone footage. Drones can be used to capture sweeping aerial shots of the landscape or architecture. This can add a sense of scale and grandeur to your film. Close-ups. Close-up shots can be used to capture the details and textures of cultural artifacts or traditional crafts. This can add a sense of intimacy and depth to your film. Storytelling. Storytelling is an important aspect of filming cultural and traditional topics. Consider using a narrative structure to guide the viewer through the history and significance of the culture or tradition you are filming. Authenticity. Authenticity is important when filming cultural and traditional topics. Consider using local talent, such as actors or musicians, and filming in authentic locations to add depth and authenticity to your film. Multi-camera setup. A multi-camera setup can be used to capture multiple angles and perspectives of a scene. This can be especially effective when filming cultural performances or traditional crafts. Collaboration. Collaboration is important when filming cultural and traditional topics. Consider working with local experts and organizations to ensure that your film is accurate and respectful. In addition to the techniques mentioned above, there are several other important factors to consider when filming cultural and traditional topics. Cultural sensitivity. When filming cultural and traditional topics, it is important to be culturally sensitive and respectful. Be aware of cultural taboos and customs, and avoid any actions or behaviors that could be considered disrespectful or offensive. Language. Language can be an important aspect of capturing the essence of a culture or tradition. Consider using subtitles or voiceovers to translate any spoken language, or hire a local interpreter to assist with communication. Steps to create a documentary about local culture. Creating a documentary film about local culture can be a rewarding and challenging experience. From researching the topic to filming and editing, there are several steps involved in creating a documentary film that accurately and effectively portrays the local culture. Here are some essential steps to consider when creating a documentary film about local culture. Choose a topic and research. The first step in creating a documentary film about local culture is to choose a topic and conduct thorough research. It is important to choose a topic that is relevant and interesting to the local community, and one that has not been covered extensively in previous documentaries. Research should include interviews with local experts, historians, and community members, as well as gathering visual and written materials related to the topic. Develop a concept and treatment. Once the topic has been chosen and research has been conducted, it is important to develop a concept and treatment for the documentary film. This includes outlining the story, narrative arc, and visual style of the film, as well as identifying key themes and messages to be conveyed to the audience. The treatment should also include a proposed budget, timeline, and distribution plan for the film. Secure funding and support. Securing funding and support is another essential step in creating a documentary film about local culture. This can include applying for grants and sponsorships, crowdfunding, and seeking support from local organizations and individuals. It is important to have a clear budget and fundraising plan in place, as well as a strong pitch and marketing strategy to attract potential funders and supporters. Plan and conduct interviews. Interviews are a critical component of a documentary film about local culture. It is important to plan and conduct interviews with experts, community members, and other relevant individuals to gather information and perspectives on the topic. This can include conducting pre-interviews to identify key themes and questions, as well as filming and editing the interviews to create a cohesive and compelling narrative. Plan and film B-roll footage. In addition to interviews, B-roll footage is essential in creating a documentary film about local culture. This includes capturing footage of relevant locations, events, and activities related to the topic. It is important to plan and film B-roll footage that supports the narrative and themes of the film, as well as captures the unique and interesting aspects of the local culture. Edit and post-production. Editing and post-production is the final step in creating a documentary film about local culture. This includes reviewing and organizing the footage, selecting and editing the best footage, adding music and sound effects, and creating titles and credits. It is important to have a clear vision for the final product and to work closely with the editor to ensure that the film accurately and effectively portrays the local culture. Distribution and promotion. Distribution and promotion are essential in ensuring that the documentary film reaches its intended audience. This includes identifying appropriate distribution channels, such as film festivals, online streaming platforms, and local screenings. It also includes creating a marketing and promotion plan to attract potential viewers and generate buzz around the film. In conclusion, creating a documentary film about local culture requires careful planning, execution, and evaluation. It is important to choose a relevant and interesting topic, conduct thorough research, secure funding and support, plan and conduct interviews and B-roll footage, edit and post-produce the film, and distribute and promote the film to reach its intended audience. By following these essential steps, filmmakers can create a powerful and impactful documentary film that accurately and effectively portrays the local culture. Identify the target audience. Identifying the target audience is an important step in creating a documentary film about local culture. Knowing who the film is intended for can help to shape the narrative and visual style of the film, as well as inform the distribution and promotion strategy. It is important to consider the age, gender, interests, and cultural background of the target audience when planning and creating the film. Consider the ethical implications. Creating a documentary film about local culture also raises ethical considerations. It is important to consider the potential impact of the film on the local community, as well as ensure that all individuals featured in the film have given their informed consent. It is also important to avoid stereotypes and cultural appropriation, and to portray the local culture in a respectful and accurate manner. Collaborate with local organizations and individuals. Collaborating with local organizations and individuals can help to ensure that the documentary film accurately and effectively portrays the local culture. This can include partnering with local historians, artists, and community leaders, as well as working with local organizations to secure funding and support for the film. Collaborating with local organizations and individuals can also help to generate interest and support for the film within the local community. Use appropriate equipment and technology. Using appropriate equipment and technology is essential in creating a high-quality documentary film about local culture. This includes using high-quality cameras, microphones, and lighting equipment, as well as editing software and post-production tools. It is important to invest in high-quality equipment and technology to ensure that the film is visually and audibly appealing, as well as to save time and resources during the editing and post-production process. Incorporate diverse perspectives. Incorporating diverse perspectives is important in creating a documentary film about local culture. This includes featuring individuals from different backgrounds and perspectives, as well as considering the intersectionality of identities such as race, gender, and sexuality. Incorporating diverse perspectives can help to create a more nuanced and accurate portrayal of the local culture, as well as increase the appeal of the film to a wider audience. Be flexible and open to changes. Creating a documentary film about local culture can be a dynamic and evolving process. It is important to be flexible and open to changes throughout the process, as new information and perspectives may emerge. This can include adjusting the narrative and visual style of the film, as well as incorporating feedback from collaborators and stakeholders. Being flexible and open to changes can help to create a more impactful and effective documentary film. In conclusion, creating a documentary film about local culture requires careful planning, execution, and evaluation, as well as identifying the target audience, considering the ethical implications. Collaborating with local organizations and individuals, using appropriate equipment and technology, incorporating diverse perspectives, and being flexible and open to changes. By following these additional steps and considerations, filmmakers can create a powerful and impactful documentary film that accurately and effectively portrays the local culture. Tiep Tuc Kong Trung Lap. Creating a documentary film about local culture can be a complex and rewarding process. Here are some more steps and best practices to consider when creating a documentary film about local culture. Focus on storytelling. A great documentary film is built around a compelling story. When creating a documentary film about local culture, it's important to focus on telling a story that is engaging and meaningful to the audience. This means developing a clear narrative arc that takes the audience on a journey through the local culture and its history. Use visuals to enhance the story. Documentary films are a visual medium, so it's important to use visuals to help tell the story. This includes using archival footage, still images, and other visual elements that can bring the local culture and its history to life. It's also important to use visuals to create mood and atmosphere, helping to immerse the audience in the local culture. How to film a movie on the subject of biotechnology. As technology continues to advance, the field of biotechnology is becoming increasingly important in our daily lives. From developing new medicines to enhancing agricultural productivity, biotechnology has the potential to solve some of the world's most pressing problems. As a filmmaker, creating a movie that explores the topic of biotechnology can be challenging, but with the right approach and techniques, it can be a rewarding experience. In this article, we will discuss some tips and strategies for filming a movie about biotechnology. Research your subject matter. The first step in creating a successful movie about biotechnology is to research your subject matter. This involves reading books and journals, attending conferences, and interviewing experts in the field. By familiarizing yourself with the latest research and developments in biotechnology, you can ensure that your movie is accurate and up to date. Develop a compelling story. Once you have a solid understanding of the subject matter, the next step is to develop a compelling story. This involves creating interesting characters and plot lines that will engage your audience and keep them interested throughout the movie. When developing your story, it's important to strike a balance between scientific accuracy and entertainment value. Use visual metaphors. Biotechnology can be a complex and abstract topic, making it difficult for audiences to fully understand. To help illustrate complex concepts, consider using visual metaphors in your movie. For example, you could use animation or special effects to show the inner workings of a cell or the way in which a particular gene is expressed. Incorporate real-life examples. To make your movie more relatable and engaging, consider incorporating real-life examples of biotechnology in action. This could include interviews with scientists, footage of biotech labs, or examples of biotechnology in use in the real world. By showing how biotechnology is making a difference in people's lives, you can help your audience connect with the topic on a deeper level. Use a variety of filming techniques. To keep your movie visually interesting, it's important to use a variety of filming techniques. This could include aerial shots, time-lapse photography, close-ups, and slow-motion footage. By incorporating different techniques, you can create a visually stunning movie that keeps your audience engaged. Consider the ethical implications. Biotechnology is a field that raises many ethical questions, from the use of genetically modified organisms to the ethics of using biotechnology to enhance human performance. When creating your movie, it's important to consider the ethical implications of the technologies you're discussing. This can help add depth and nuance to your movie, and can help your audience think critically about the issues at hand. Work with experts in the field. To ensure that your movie is accurate and up to date, consider working with experts in the field of biotechnology. This could include scientists, researchers, and other professionals who can help provide insights into the latest developments in the field. By working with experts, you can ensure that your movie is grounded in scientific fact and can help educate your audience about the latest breakthroughs in biotechnology. In conclusion, filming a movie about biotechnology can be a rewarding and challenging experience. By following these tips and strategies, you can create a movie that is both entertaining and informative, and that helps educate your audience about the latest developments in this important field. Whether you're a seasoned filmmaker or a newcomer to the field, the key to success is to stay curious, open-minded, and willing to explore new ideas and techniques. As technology continues to advance, the field of biotechnology is becoming increasingly important in our daily lives. From developing new medicines to enhancing agricultural productivity, biotechnology has the potential to solve some of the world's most pressing problems. As a filmmaker, creating a movie that explores the topic of biotechnology can be challenging, but with the right approach and techniques, it can be a rewarding experience. In this article, we will explore some additional tips and strategies for filming a movie about biotechnology. Use sound design to enhance the mood. Sound design is an often overlooked aspect of filmmaking, but it can be a powerful tool in creating a mood and atmosphere for your movie. Consider using sound effects and music to enhance the emotions of your audience and create a sense of tension or excitement during key moments of your film. Use lighting to create a cinematic look. Lighting is another important aspect of filmmaking that can help you create a cinematic look for your movie. Consider using natural or artificial lighting to create a mood and highlight key elements of your shots. You can also experiment with different lighting techniques, such as silhouetting or backlighting, to create a unique look for your film. Use interviews to add depth and context. Interviews with experts in the field of biotechnology can add depth and context to your movie. Consider interviewing scientists, researchers, and other professionals to provide insights into the latest developments in the field. Interviews can also help break up the visual monotony of your movie and add variety to the pacing. Use archival footage. Archival footage can be a powerful tool in helping to illustrate the history of biotechnology and its impact on society. Consider using historical footage or photographs to help tell the story of how biotechnology has evolved over time. Archival footage can also help provide context for the latest developments in the field. Use animation to illustrate complex concepts. Animation can be a powerful tool in illustrating complex biotechnological concepts. Consider using animation to show the inner workings of a cell or to illustrate the way in which a particular gene is expressed. Animation can help make complex concepts more accessible to a general audience. Use drone footage to show the big picture. Drone footage can be a powerful tool in helping to show the big picture of biotechnology. Consider using aerial shots to show the scale and impact of biotechnological developments, such as crop fields or biotech labs. Drone footage can also help add visual interest to your movie and break up the pacing. Consider the impact of biotechnology on society. Biotechnology has the potential to have a profound impact on society, both positive and negative. When creating your movie, consider exploring the social and ethical implications of biotechnology. This can help add depth and nuance to your movie and encourage your audience to think critically about the issues at hand. In conclusion, creating a movie about biotechnology requires a combination of research, storytelling, and technical expertise. By using a variety of techniques, such as sound design, lighting, interviews, archival footage, animation, and drone footage, you can create a visually stunning and informative movie that explores the latest developments in this important field. By considering the social and ethical implications of biotechnology, you can also help your audience think critically about the impact of these technologies on society. With the right approach and techniques, creating a movie about biotechnology can be a rewarding and impactful experience. Use multiple perspectives. To create a well-rounded and comprehensive movie about biotechnology, consider using multiple perspectives. This could include perspectives from scientists, researchers, industry professionals, and even ordinary people who are impacted by biotechnology. How to make a lifestyle movie. Creating a film on the theme of lifestyle, how to do it right. Lifestyle is a popular and ever-evolving topic in the film industry. From documentaries to dramas, there are countless ways to showcase different lifestyles and the impact they have on individuals and society as a whole. However, creating a film that accurately portrays a particular lifestyle requires careful planning, research, and execution. In this article, we will discuss how to create a film on the theme of lifestyle and how to do it right. Step 1. Choose a lifestyle theme. The first step in creating a film on the theme of lifestyle is to choose a specific lifestyle to focus on. This could be anything from the minimalist lifestyle to the life of a professional athlete. The key is to choose a theme that is relevant, interesting, and has a story worth telling. Step 2. Research the lifestyle. Once you have chosen a theme, it is important to conduct thorough research on the lifestyle. This includes understanding the history, culture, and values associated with the lifestyle, as well as the challenges and benefits that come with it. You can conduct research through interviews, online resources, and books to gain a deep understanding of the lifestyle. Step 3. Develop a story and characters. Once you have a clear understanding of the lifestyle, it is time to develop a story and characters that accurately portray the lifestyle. This includes creating characters that are relatable, interesting, and represent different aspects of the lifestyle. It is also important to develop a story that is engaging and has a clear message or purpose. Step 4. Write the script. With the story and characters in place, it is time to write the script. The script should accurately portray the lifestyle and the challenges and benefits that come with it. It should also include dialogue that is authentic and reflective of the lifestyle being portrayed. If necessary, you can work with a script consultant or editor to ensure that the script accurately reflects the lifestyle. Step 5. Casting and pre-production. Once the script is complete, it is time to cast the actors and begin pre-production. This includes scouting locations, creating a shooting schedule, and hiring crew members. It is important to work with a team that has experience working on films that deal with lifestyle themes. Step 6. Production. During production, it is important to stay true to the script and vision for the film. This includes working closely with the actors to ensure that they accurately portray the characters and lifestyle being depicted. It is also important to capture the essence of the lifestyle through the use of lighting, camera angles, and other production elements. Step 7. Post-production. After production is complete, it is time to begin post-production. This includes editing the film, adding sound and music, and finalizing the visual effects. It is important to work with a skilled editor and sound designer to ensure that the final product accurately reflects the lifestyle and message of the film. Step 8. Distribution and marketing. Once the film is complete, it is time to distribute and market it to the intended audience. This includes working with distributors and film festivals to get the film seen by as many people as possible. It is also important to use social media and other marketing channels to promote the film and generate buzz. In conclusion, creating a film on the theme of lifestyle requires careful planning, research, and execution. By choosing a relevant and interesting theme, conducting thorough research, developing a story and characters, writing a script, casting and going through pre-production, production, post-production, and finally distribution and marketing, you can create a film that accurately portrays a particular lifestyle and its impact on individuals and society as a whole. With the right team, resources, and dedication, you can create a film that has a lasting impact on your audience and the film industry. Creating a film on the theme of lifestyle, tips and best practices. Lifestyle is a topic that has always been a popular theme in the film industry. From documentaries to dramas, there are countless ways to showcase different lifestyles and the impact they have on individuals and society as a whole. However, creating a film that accurately portrays a particular lifestyle requires careful planning, research, and execution. In this article, we will discuss tips and best practices for creating a film on the theme of lifestyle. Tip 1. Choose a relevant and interesting theme. The first step in creating a film on the theme of lifestyle is to choose a specific lifestyle to focus on. It is important to choose a theme that is relevant and interesting to your target audience. This could be anything from the life of a professional athlete to the minimalist lifestyle. The key is to choose a theme that has a story worth telling and that resonates with your audience. Tip 2. Conduct thorough research. Once you have chosen a theme, it is important to conduct thorough research on the lifestyle. This includes understanding the history, culture, and values associated with the lifestyle, as well as the challenges and benefits that come with it. You can conduct research through interviews, online resources, and books to gain a deep understanding of the lifestyle. Tip 3. Develop a compelling story and characters. Once you have a clear understanding of the lifestyle, it is time to develop a compelling story and characters that accurately portray the lifestyle. This includes creating characters that are relatable, interesting, and represent different aspects of the lifestyle. It is also important to develop a story that is engaging and has a clear message or purpose. Tip 4. Write a strong script. With the story and characters in place, it is time to write a strong script. The script should accurately portray the lifestyle and the challenges and benefits that come with it. It should also include dialogue that is authentic and reflective of the lifestyle being portrayed. If necessary, you can work with a script consultant or editor to ensure that the script accurately reflects the lifestyle. Tip 5. Work with a skilled team. Creating a film on the theme of lifestyle requires a skilled team that has experience working on films that deal with lifestyle themes. This includes casting the actors, working with a skilled director, cinematographer, and sound designer. It is important to work with a team that understands the lifestyle being portrayed and can accurately capture its essence. Tip 6. Stay true to the vision of the film. During production, it is important to stay true to the vision of the film. This includes working closely with the actors to ensure that they accurately portray the characters and lifestyle being depicted. It is also important to capture the essence of the lifestyle through the use of lighting, camera angles, and other production elements. Tip 7. Use post-production to enhance the film. After production is complete, it is time to begin post-production. This includes editing the film, adding sound and music, and finalizing the visual effects. It is important to work with a skilled editor and sound designer to ensure that the final product accurately reflects the lifestyle and message of the film. Cinematography techniques to create films on contemporary cultural themes. In recent years, cultural documentaries have gained popularity as a means of exploring and sharing contemporary culture. These films often highlight the unique perspectives and experiences of individuals and communities, and provide valuable insights into the diverse cultural landscape of our world. To create these films, filmmakers must have a deep understanding of the technical aspects of filmmaking, including camera work, lighting, and sound design. One of the most essential technical skills for creating cultural documentaries is camera work. To capture compelling footage, filmmakers must be skilled in framing shots, choosing appropriate camera angles, and utilizing movement to create a sense of movement and action. They must also be able to work with a variety of camera equipment, including different lenses and filters, to achieve the desired visual effect. Lighting is another important factor in the creation of cultural documentaries. Filmmakers must understand how to use natural and artificial light to create a mood or atmosphere, and to highlight specific elements of a scene. They must also be able to work with different types of lighting equipment, such as reflectors and diffusers, to control the intensity and direction of the light. Sound design is another critical component of cultural documentaries. Filmmakers must be able to capture clear and high-quality audio, and to use sound to enhance the emotional impact of the film. This requires an understanding of microphones, recording equipment, and sound editing software. In addition to technical skills, creating cultural documentaries also requires a deep understanding of the subject matter. Filmmakers must be able to conduct research and interviews, and to develop a story that accurately and effectively communicates the cultural themes and ideas they wish to explore. They must also be able to work with different stakeholders, such as community leaders and cultural experts, to ensure that their film accurately represents the perspectives and experiences of the people they are documenting. One example of a successful cultural documentary is the film Jiro Dreams of Sushi, directed by David Gelb. This film explores the life and work of Jiro Ono, an 85-year-old sushi master in Tokyo, Japan. Through stunning cinematography and intimate interviews with Jiro and his apprentices, the film provides a unique and insightful look into the world of sushi and Japanese culture. To create this film, Gelb employed a variety of technical techniques, including close-up shots of sushi being prepared, slow-motion footage of fish being sliced, and time-lapse footage of Tokyo's bustling streets. He also utilized natural light and shadows to create a sense of depth and atmosphere, and used sound to highlight the delicate sounds of sushi being prepared. In addition to technical skills, Gelb's success with Jiro Dreams of Sushi can be attributed to his deep understanding of Japanese culture and the sushi-making process. He spent months researching and preparing for the film, and worked closely with Jiro and his family to ensure that the film accurately represented their experiences and perspectives. In conclusion, creating cultural documentaries requires a combination of technical skills and a deep understanding of the subject matter. Filmmakers must be skilled in camera work, lighting, and sound design, and must also be able to conduct research, interview subjects, and develop a compelling story. By combining these skills and techniques, filmmakers can create powerful and insightful films that provide valuable insights into contemporary culture. Cultural documentaries have become an increasingly important means of exploring and sharing contemporary culture with global audiences. These films aim to capture the essence and intricacies of different cultural practices, customs, and traditions. To achieve this, filmmakers need to master various technical aspects of filmmaking. One of the most critical skills for creating cultural documentaries is the ability to master camera work. Filmmakers must be adept at framing shots, selecting appropriate camera angles, and using movement to convey a sense of action and movement. The use of different camera equipment, such as lenses and filters, is also essential in creating the desired visual effect. Lighting is another crucial factor in creating cultural documentaries. To capture the mood and atmosphere of a scene, filmmakers must understand how to use natural and artificial light effectively. They must also know how to work with different lighting equipment, such as reflectors and diffusers, to control the direction and intensity of light. Sound design is also an equally important part of cultural documentary filmmaking. Filmmakers must capture clear and high-quality audio and use sound to enhance the film's emotional impact. This requires a comprehensive understanding of sound recording equipment, microphones, and sound editing software. Beyond technical skills, cultural documentary filmmakers also require a deep understanding of the subject matter. They must conduct extensive research, interview the right people, and develop a compelling narrative that accurately and effectively communicates the cultural themes and ideas they wish to explore. One outstanding example of a cultural documentary is the film Human, directed by Jan Arthus Bertrand. The film is a collection of interviews with people of different cultures and backgrounds, exploring themes such as love, war, and poverty. Through stunning cinematography and intimate interviews, the film provides a unique and insightful look into the lives and experiences of people from different parts of the world. To create Human, Artus Bertrand utilized a range of technical techniques, including close-up shots of interviewees and aerial footage of different cultures. He also employed natural lighting to capture the authenticity of the scenes, and used sound to enhance the emotional impact of the film. Artus Bertrand's success with Human can also be attributed to his deep understanding of the subject matter. He spent several years researching and preparing for the film, traveling to different parts of the world to interview people from diverse cultures and backgrounds. This allowed him to create a film that accurately represented the experiences and perspectives of those he interviewed. In conclusion, creating a cultural documentary requires a combination of technical skills and a deep understanding of the subject matter. Filmmakers must be skilled in camera work, lighting, and sound design, as well as conducting research and developing a compelling narrative. By combining these skills and techniques, filmmakers can create powerful and insightful films that provide valuable insights into contemporary culture. Cultural documentaries have become an increasingly popular way to explore and share contemporary cultural themes with audiences around the world. To create these films, filmmakers must have a firm grasp of the technical aspects of filmmaking, including camera work, lighting, and sound design. Camera work is an essential skill for creating cultural documentaries. Filmmakers must be skilled in framing shots, selecting appropriate camera angles, and utilizing movement to create a sense of action and movement. They must also be able to work with a range of camera equipment, including different lenses and filters, to achieve the desired visual effect. Lighting is another crucial factor in the creation of cultural documentaries. Filmmakers must understand how to use natural and artificial light to create a mood or atmosphere and to highlight specific elements of a scene. Steps to create a documentary about urban issues. Science fiction films are a popular genre that allows filmmakers to explore imaginative and futuristic concepts. However, creating a science fiction film requires a great deal of creativity, technical skill, and attention to detail. In this essay, we will explore some of the techniques that filmmakers use to create compelling science fiction films. Develop a strong concept. The first step in creating a science fiction film is developing a strong concept. This involves imagining a unique and creative world and defining the rules and parameters of that world. By developing a strong concept, you can create a cohesive and believable world that will engage and captivate your audience. Create a detailed script. Once you have developed your concept, the next step is to create a detailed script. A well-written script is essential to creating a successful science fiction film. It should include compelling characters, an engaging story, and a clear and concise plot. Additionally, it should take into account the technical aspects of filming, such as special effects and camera angles. Utilize special effects. Special effects are an essential part of creating a science fiction film. They can be used to create futuristic environments, creatures, and technologies that are not possible in the real world. Special effects can be created using a variety of techniques, including computer-generated imagery, CGI, practical effects, and miniatures. Choose the right camera angles. Choosing the right camera angles is important in creating a science fiction film. The camera can be used to create a sense of scale and perspective, and to emphasize important elements of the story. For example, low-angle shots can be used to make characters appear more powerful, while high-angle shots can be used to make them appear vulnerable. Use lighting to create atmosphere. Lighting is an important tool for creating atmosphere in a science fiction film. It can be used to create a sense of mystery, danger, or wonder. For example, dark and shadowy lighting can be used to create a sense of tension and danger, while bright and colorful lighting can be used to create a sense of wonder and excitement. Create a unique sound design. Sound design is an important aspect of creating a science fiction film. It can be used to create a sense of atmosphere and to enhance the impact of special effects. For example, sound effects can be used to create the sound of futuristic technology, while music can be used to create a sense of emotion and drama. Pay attention to costume and set design. Costume and set design are important elements in creating a science fiction film. They can be used to create a unique and immersive world that will engage and captivate your audience. Costume design can be used to create futuristic and imaginative clothing, while set design can be used to create unique and imaginative environments. Use editing to create a sense of pace and rhythm. Editing is an important tool for creating a sense of pace and rhythm in a science fiction film. It can be used to create a sense of urgency or to slow down the pace of the film. Additionally, editing can be used to create a sense of continuity and to emphasize important elements of the story. Utilize practical effects. Practical effects are another important tool for creating a science fiction film. They can be used to create realistic and compelling special effects that are not possible with CGI. For example, practical effects can be used to create realistic explosions, debris, and other physical effects. Use color grading to enhance the mood. Color grading is an important tool for enhancing the mood of a science fiction film. It can be used to create a sense of warmth, coolness, or darkness. Additionally, color grading can be used to create a sense of continuity and to emphasize important elements of the story. In conclusion, creating a science fiction film requires a great deal of creativity, technical skill, and attention to detail. By utilizing the techniques outlined in this essay, such as developing a strong concept, creating a detailed script, utilizing special effects and camera angles, using lighting and sound design, paying attention to costume and set design, using editing to create a sense of pace and rhythm, utilizing practical effects, and using color grading to enhance the mood, you can create a compelling and immersive science fiction film that will engage and captivate your audience. With a commitment to creativity, imagination, and technical skill, you can create a science fiction film that will stand the test of time and inspire future generations of filmmakers. Public speaking is an essential skill that can help you to communicate effectively in a variety of settings, from business meetings to social events. However, many people struggle with public speaking and find it to be a daunting and nerve-wracking experience. In this essay, we will explore some tips and techniques that you can use to improve your public speaking skills. Practice, practice, practice. The best way to improve your public speaking skills is through practice. You should practice your speech or presentation several times before you deliver it in front of an audience. This will help you to become more comfortable with the material and to identify any areas that need improvement. Know your audience. It's important to know your audience before you deliver your speech or presentation. Understanding your audience's interests, beliefs, and values can help you to tailor your message and to connect with them on a deeper level. Additionally, knowing your audience can help you to anticipate any questions or objections that they may have, which can help you to prepare more effectively. Use visual aids. Visual aids can be a powerful tool for enhancing your public speaking skills. They can be used to emphasize key points and to help your audience to understand complex concepts. However, it's important to use visual aids sparingly and to ensure that they are relevant and easy to understand. Speak with confidence. Confidence is key when it comes to public speaking. Speaking with confidence can help you to engage your audience and to convey your message effectively. To speak with confidence, you should practice speaking in front of a mirror, maintain eye contact with your audience, and focus on your breathing to reduce anxiety. Use body language effectively. Body language is an important aspect of public speaking. It can be used to convey your message more effectively and to engage your audience. For example, using hand gestures can help you to emphasize key points, while maintaining good posture can help you to project confidence and authority. Speak slowly and clearly. Speaking too quickly or unclearly can make it difficult for your audience to understand your message. To avoid this, you should speak slowly and clearly, enunciating each word and taking pauses to allow your audience to digest the information.